Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 5, Episode 6 is back. Cue the intro. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fandoms Anonymous. Here is our Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 5, Episode 6 review. Sorry this review is late. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. comes on Fridays now. I'll work on Fridays. I'll work on Saturdays. So Sunday is the day for me to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and check it out and see what I missed. Let's get into it. This is an episode after we see what happened to Fitz as far as him not being taken with the rest of the team. And now, of course, he's on the lighthouse, not Lifehouse, lighthouse. Remember, we had that issue last week. He's in the lighthouse with everybody. We see him interacting with the people that are meeting with Cassius to see who's going to bid and purchase Quake or the Destroyer of Worlds, Daisy. But we actually start off the episode with the focus on a young kid by the name of Flint. Now, we know Flint is an actual comic book character. He's an actual Marvel comic books Inhuman. So apparently we are understanding that when it comes to the lighthouse, Cassius is harvesting Inhumans to sell to the highest bidder. He's creating, but the thing is, he has the Terrigen crystals. Where is he getting them from? We know the Kree are a big part of this season, so he could be getting them from the Kree. There's no telling where he's getting these crystals from. That's a question. I hope that gets answered, and it probably won't. Just a little small tidbit that's what he's doing. It could be from his father, because we hear his father is some type of powerful person in the galaxy. So that may be something we found out later. But we focus on Flint. He's going around the ship day to day, every day, doing his thing, selling stuff, trying to just survive. He's a kid trying to survive in the future. Knows nothing about the past. But we get Enoch and Fitz. They're surveying all the people in Cassius' place. Fitz finally sees Simmons. He goes over to her. He's talking to her. Of course, we know that she cannot hear him because of the inhibitor that Cassius has on him. So he's just talking behind her. She's just looking forward and straight and doing what she's doing. Once he's talking to her, he's telling her how long it took him to get there, saying that nothing can keep us apart, all the things that we've been through. And all of a sudden, he goes to reach for her arm after he asks her to marry him. And he touches her, but Cassius walks up, and then she turns around and looks him in the face. So then at that point, she knows that he's there. So it's good to see that she sees him and that she realizes he's there, but they don't know how Fitz got there yet. And at the same time, Coulson and the rest of the team don't know that Fitz is there either. She couldn't hear him, like I said, but it was great that she could finally see him face to face. The Kree took the kids and broke a Terrigen crystal, causing one of them to change, which was Flint. But when the cocoon formed around him, it exploded, but all the pieces blew everywhere, but he was gone. We found out that Yo-Yo grabbed him and ran him into one of the rooms where they work at, okay? So we found out Cassius was exiled from his kingdom, where I don't know why. We'll find out that later, probably, but we know that his brother is coming to watch the fight or bid on Quake, the Destroyer of Worlds, or Daisy, as we know her. But that gets mentioned, but he throws it off. I wasn't exiled. My father just told me to go work on this little project that he has going on. He just kind of throws it off. But he was probably exiled. And that's just the task that he was given because of him being exiled. Alright? So we get a big dinner before the bidding for Quake, and one of the bidders brought a Xandarian smell. So we know that Xandar is the place where the Nova Core is, also the same place where the Power Stone is currently at this time. The Kree are realizing that something is up about the Terrigen bomb that went off, and they're realizing that something is up with the kid. Like, where is the kid? He's missing. Something's up. Somebody knows what's going on. They question Tess, and they tell her, like, hey, if you don't come up with what's going on, you will pay. We will kill you, basically. All right. So Cassius has the telepath fighting May. He defeats her. Fitz convinces Cassius to send May to the surface. Now, here's the thing. We know that Enoch has something to do with the surface situation. We know that already. That's out of the question. And I believe him sending her to the surface was a way to start getting them all corralled together, possibly. And maybe when something happens to the team and they get sent to the surface, it's all part of Fitz's plan. We get another thing where the kid's name is Flint. We know his name is Flint. He asks Yo-Yo, how did you get your powers? And she said, well, I got my powers by eating some fish and some tacos. And he's like, what are tacos? And Matt's like, man, what kind of future is this? Because you got to remember, this is 74 years in the future. They don't even know what tacos are. They don't eat that type of food. They eat kind of like scrap and rubble, and they don't eat full meals. They don't know what Taco Bell is, or a McDonald's, or Checkers, or Burger King, or Pizza Hut, or excuse me, I'm sorry, I started daydreaming. Popeye's chicken, I had that yesterday. But anyways, Grill on the other hand overheard them talking about her powers and about being inhuman in general, and all of a sudden he takes them. He has that inhibitor that allows them to take people and take their metrics on their arm and push them towards any metal. They will get gravitated towards any metal and get stopped. So I thought that little thing is kind of cool. It's kind of like a crowd control situation. Just imagine if you're in an area and people are going crazy, you just hit a button and everybody gravitates to the most metal thing around, and then they're just stuck there and you have control over that. So once that happens, Flint wants to save everybody. He wants to save everybody, and he wants to keep everybody together, and he decides to use his powers. Now, we saw his powers sort of kind of festering up, kind of working around. We saw little specks of rocks coming up on the ground, and for those of us who already know who Flint was, we know that he has the power to control rock, and any type of rock or any type of that nature around him, he can control it. But he ends up taking a rock and some boulders in the area and knocking Grill out and actually killed Grill. Alright, we move forward. Kasai's found out the telepath was lying about the team that traveled from the future, and he got killed with Sonara's balls. Now, that sounds crazy, but yeah, she's been killing everybody with those metal balls, the telepathic balls. Everybody's been killed by balls. That's just the truth. That's what happens. So we're stuck in a situation now where we got this new human Flint. We still got everything going on the other end with Kasai, and that's where everything gets interesting. That's where everything gets real interesting. Kasai's brother came to see the fight, and Kasai's had Daisy fighting Sonara. But we understand that Fitz had some type of plan with Enoch, but we don't know what's going on until we find out what it is. But again, we see that Tess got killed. Tess got killed. Or did she? Because it was just so quick. It was just so quick. It didn't look real. It looked like they were just posing her body up there. I don't think she's dead. If she is, she was an expendable character anyway. That's fine, whatever. But it does not look like that she was actually killed. Well, we may find something about that. So we get Sonara versus Quake, and it's still not better than Sonara versus May, because Sonara and May are like two titular characters. They're kind of like the same person to me. Makes me question what's her name? I can't think of her name. Ming-Na Wen. Is she actually playing Sonara, or was she just under a bunch of makeup? She might be, because their movements are so cool. They basically kind of fight the same way, kind of that brash, dirty fight. We see that again, Fitz and Enoch have some type of backup plan, and in the midst of the fight, Quake knocks out Sonara, nods her head to Fitz. Fitz nods his head to Simmons. Simmons runs over and slashes Kasai in the throat. Fitz knocks out the guy next to him that brought the snail to the table, which is, man, you could have just brought some chicken or something. You brought snail. All these alien people that, of course, they like and ate it up. He knocks him out. He turns off the barrier that's there, because they had a barrier protecting them from any debris or anything during the fight. And Daisy quakes her way up, getting ready to attack the people that are sitting watching the fight. But one of the people turned their inhibitor on, which makes her fall back, cuts off her powers. Fitz ends up jumping out. Simmons jumps out. They run off. Fitz ends up shooting everybody with the icer, because of course he brought the icer guns to the future that he got off of the Zephyr. He shoots the barrier, which closes the barrier off and kind of, shorts it out where he probably won't be able to undo it to shoot them or go after them. And those three get away. Where are they going? That's the next question. At the end, we all get a scene with Enoch. He's actually headed towards the surface, and he shoots one of the Kree guards with an icer. So this was a very interesting episode. I don't know where we're going to go from here. I think the next episode is titled Escape from the Lighthouse. When they escape from the lighthouse, where are they going to go? Is there a plan? Does Enoch have some type of plan to get them back to the past? I don't know what's going to happen at this point. This is why I'm loving this season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It is very unpredictable. The other seasons, although they were great, they were predictable. So let me know how you feel about this recent episode in the comments below, whether you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of stuff coming up. It's 2018, time for a change. I hope you guys are loving the new intro. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below as well. We'll see you guys in another video.